Don't be cheap. Life is too short and you deserve the best. Zanna Coffee.
Here we go back into the studio. You're listening to Love, Guns and Freedom. We look at Zanna on K-Talks 1340 AM and on United States.fm network. This is the final hour. Hours about love. It's about a segment really about love. People say, what are you talking about, Luca? You just went there, you had fun, you drank mead, and you talk about things that probably we don't care. That's exactly the idea. Not because everything you care or we are the same, we must somehow be interested. For example, first of all, I really like the Asatru people. I really feel comfortable with them. I feel comfortable with the heathens in general. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are some people out there that are somehow jackasses, no matter what type of affiliation they have. But in general, most of the people that I met from this group, I feel very confident or very comfortable. Let's put it this way. I like when people talk to me into my eyes. And when I talk to them into their eyes, they don't run around. When for them, the attachment, the connection to nature means something. The word honor means something. Simple things mean something. The reconnection to the ancestors means something. Simple values, but they are foundations of every human being. Freedom, be independent. Do not ever bow down to anyone. I mean, those things for me, I don't care how you want to call them, because I tell you, when it comes down to me, this type of, let's say, belief, it is not even religious. It is a belief of a lifestyle. It's a belief of how you want to be one day remembered as a man or as a woman. More important, how you want to live your life. So I really like him. I had a great time. I met Vincent Erland. Hopefully I pronounced it right. The last name, I'm always so bad, and I'm sorry. Sometimes I really have a hard time, pronouncing names. But Vincent, you know what I mean. And so, of course, Chuck Hudson, great guy. And more important, I met the ladies, these incredible ladies, very independent. They do a lot of activities. I met the wife of course, Vincent. You heard the interview. She shared with me the wine, how to make mead and all these things. That was very incredible. I really enjoyed the opportunity, and I think it was something that I hope I can do it again, and somehow I can meet them again. That's all I can say. Now, why you say this is, Luca, it's about love. Let me tell you why it's about love. Because it's very sad when I see around people with different beliefs who believe to be better than others. And it doesn't matter what type of religion. It can be Christian, can be other religion, I don't know. But, I hate when people judge others. That's a fact. Then, of course, there is a new twist. They're not really new. The Muslim twist, they don't just judge you, they just chop your head. That's another level. But seriously, even when it comes down to just try to make you believe that I'm better than you, and, you should need to repent and all this stuff, I have very big trouble with that. I don't like it. And what I like about the heathens, they don't do that. They don't talk down to you. They mind their business. They do their life. They accept you if you're nice, if you're a decent human being. They don't even care what you are. All they care that you respect them and they respect you. So that's my point. And I really believe this is the foundation of love. It's called respect. It's called, respecting each other's personality, respecting each other's belief. That's the idea. I have no problem with anybody, seriously, guys. You can believe in the owl, fine with me. You can believe in Santa, fine with me. It's your business. But when it comes down, people are trying to impose their belief on others psychologically, or let's say through legislation or through force. I have a problem with that. That's all I can say. So now, back to this. I really think it was a great experience. And by the way, I love the mead, this sweet wine. People think, oh, it's just wine. No, it is not just wine. There is much of preparation. There are different types, and I think it's incredible. It is really incredible. And I like, hopefully, to start to learn how to make it myself. Do I need a license for that? Just kidding. Yeah, right. You never know. In these days, even if you make it for yourself, they may come into your home and raid you. Anyway, dear guys and girls, that was the little experience I wanted to share with you about this festival, the Southwest Freetmouth festival, limited sanctuary for a limited time. I had them on my show for a couple times. Now let's talk about something else, something that is connected. You know about the Scadi rifle. I talked to you about probably enough. Say, oh gosh, again, right? Look at yes, again. This is different though. I'm not trying to sell you a rifle. I'm not trying to sell anything, honestly. You can buy whatever you want. I'm just trying to bring you great products for great prices. But what I'm trying to talk now here in the hour about love, when it comes down to Scadi, it is not even about the rifle. It's about a man who I met. I went all the way to Vancouver in British Columbia just a few months ago. And destiny made it that we met. We became friends. He was a Facebook friend of mine. I had him on my show several times, at least a couple times. And I really liked the man. He was a warrior with a golden heart. His name is, now I can tell you the real name, because when we used to have him on the show, somehow for fear of, persecution, political persecution, especially when you are a veteran and you try to collect some benefits that they owe you. It's very sad, So all I can say, Tyrrsen.Jaeck MagUidhir. I don't know if I pronounce it right. Tyrrsen, you're my friend. Wherever you are, I will think about you. And I know it's going to be just something for a limited time. And so Tyrrsen was my friend who suddenly left us. People say, really, look at what he has to do with Scadi and all this stuff. Now I tell you what's got to do. First of all, I was a human being that, I met and I like him. And I consider him a brother in freedom. That's what it is. That for me was probably the most important thing. Somebody I respect because regardless if you live in Canada or America or Africa, wherever you are, if you believe in freedom, if you stand for the goodness and you're not afraid to stand for good, I tell you, you are my brother, you are my sister. Okay, that's all I can say. Tyrrsen was a Canadian Army veteran who was very concerned about, let's say, what's happening right now, not just in Canada, but in general, around the world, in Europe. Of course, he was a Canadian man. He fought under the Canadian Army. And he almost lost his life. He almost lost his leg in Afghanistan. Of course, then all many veterans, then he woke up and he realized that, unfortunately, Afghanistan wasn't exactly what we've been told. And it still was something for him hard to absorb, to metabolize. Meanwhile, you see all your friends and brothers, they are not even friends, they become brothers. Many of them died, many of them that didn't come back. Who came back maybe without legs, without a limb, or maybe without any more the condition to be considered normal. And you know what it means when you're a veteran, you become some sort of a post-traumatic stress, you don't have the help you need. Can become a very dramatic story, when you see your brother probably just killing himself. So anyway, but when I met Tyrrsen a few months ago in Canada, he was okay, at least from outside. I thought, yes, as a man who went through a lot of troubles and emotional troubles, physical troubles, but he was trying to be strong. A couple of days ago, I received this phone call. I see a Canadian number, and I thought maybe it's Tyrrsen. Great. We were trying to touch base with each other. And unfortunately, the problem was that we couldn't find each other. It was different time zone, and I don't know. His phone was down. I tried to call him, and my damn Facebook. He tried to call me on Facebook today, like a couple of weeks ago, and I was blocked for a couple of days. I got so mad I could even instant message him. So anyway, it didn't work out. Out of the blue, I received this phone call a couple of days ago, and it wasn't Tyrrsen's voice. It was somebody else. And the man says, I'm Tyrrsen, brother. Are you Luca? And I said, yes, I am. I knew something was wrong. And he said, Tyrrsen is gone. Tyrrsen is dead. I'm not going to give you the details because it's his business how he went. Well, I know that he left us. And it's shocking sometimes. Even I understand death, life. It's just a transition, I really believe. Just a transition to another dimension. And probably it's better off that many of us here stuck in this planet called hell. Even it's hurt, but it's always a struggle. So really believing it's a better place, reconnecting with his ancestors He was a hidden guy. He believed, probably in different beliefs that you may believe or I may believe. He was a man that, regardless, he believed in good. He believed in honor. He believed in strength. He believed that he always ready to defend the weak. I mean, in just few months, I remember during December, they found him unconscious on the ground, and he woke up in the hospital with a broken head almost because he was defending a lady, an older lady, that she was attacked by 2 Somali refugees, Muslims, by the way, just because we had to tell all the story. And nobody was doing anything. She was being mugged in the middle of the day, and everybody was pretty much minding their business. He was the only man there, stood up, and of course, they broke a bottle of glass on his head. And then I remember my show, the last show, I had him on the show. What happened? He went to rescue 2 little girls at the train station. They were surrounded by probably about a handful, 6, 7 of other refugees, or people looks like pretty much like that, all the same religion or peace, of course. He was able, the girls ran, and he was found himself alone, surrounded by 6 thugs. And of course, he got into a fight. Then police arrived and they arrest him. So that was Tyrrsen. That's what I mean. I'm proud of him. And I remember when I went there to Canada, Tyrrsen, I know you're listening. Maybe different type of radio station, but you're listening. I know that. We were talking about freedom, guns, politics, drinking beer on the lake. This Burnaby, this little town, just outside Vancouver, drinking beer. And also we were talking about something that for me was very important. I learned in all these things. I'm always a very thirsty person when it comes down to knowledge. Aside through, there was the belief that Tyrrsen had. I'm not a follower of any religious group or belief, but I am, let's say philosophically, I feel that his belief is close to my belief when it comes down to, as human being, who I am. Philosophically, I don't need to be joining their function or pledge to their gods. No, but philosophically, I felt them close. I felt like we were the same. So we were talking about all these things, and I always like to learn. I try to learn as much as I can. And just a few months before, we were talking about, I say, Tyrrsen, I'm starting a new business. I want to get into the gun business, but I want to not just create rifles or manufacture rifles. I want to create identities. Each rifle has a personality. Each rifle has a soul, has a message. So, wow, that's a great idea. I like that, Luca. So I need your help. What do you think? And he came up with a name that for me at the time was kind of really mysterious. Scary. That was almost a year ago, honestly. Started to talk over the phone, before even we met. So scary. And I said, who's scary? And he started to tell me, say, look, this is scary, the goddess in our Norse culture, that she was the semi-goddess with blah, blah, blah. Wow, I like that. Then I started to do some research and I said, wow, she's really the great personality for my new rifle. Then, of course, I met him in Vancouver, come back to the States, and I started to work really to put Scary together. And, just before one of the last conversations we had, I still have his message here. It breaks my heart. I still have, it's my God, I'm almost, I'm emotional sometimes, and in a positive way, I see here the last message I have. Wow. He said, wow, Scary is like a laser. It's like, let me see exactly what he said. Anyway, he loves Scary. He said, wow, I'm so impressed. From an idea that, we were talking over the phone and in person at the lake, drinking a beer, now is real. Now it is real, So, and you really like it. And honestly, I was trying to involve him in business. I really like to work with people like him. That's the idea. So anyway, Tyrrsen right now, he left this dimension. Let's put it this way. I really believe he reconnected to his ancestors. And I think he's having a better time than probably what we're doing here. But regardless, I want to say this, Tyrsen. You really, in a positive way, influenced who I am today. I always believe that we go out there in this planet and we somehow learn, and our experiences of the past make us what we were, what we are today. And it's like almost a cycle, I believe that. So I feel really proud that I had a chance to meet him, even just for a limited time. After all, we met just one time in person, but I had really a great human experience with him. So anyway, I also had a chance to talk to his grandmother. It was a function of the day. And then, of course, I talked to his stepbrother. And that's all I'm saying. People say, really, Luca, is this the hour about love? Yes, it is about love. Because this is to remind us that we're here for a limited time. And look, I have in front of me here my instant message with Tyrsen. And I say, hey, call you now. That's what he said. He called me now. He never was able to call me. Okay? And I say, hey, give me your number where I can call you. I call you tonight. And we never call each other. So think about that. When you go out in the morning, you leave your house, you leave your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, whatever you have, your lover, your son, your daughter. Don't assume that there is tomorrow. Don't assume anything. Don't assume anything. Don't assume anything. Don't assume that you're going to be back. Always think that could be the last time you meet each other, you find each other. So even if you have a little bit of a bad day, even if you have maybe a little bit of resentment, or maybe you're having a, kind of anger or whatever, you're mad, even sometimes you justly, maybe you are the right person, you did everything right. Still, think about what if I'm never going to see him anymore? What if this is the last time I saw her or I saw him? Don't live like that. Life is important. Yeah, there are a lot of important things we do. We work and we do a lot of things. Everything is important, don't get me wrong. But then everything is really relative, don't you think? At the end, when you put everything in perspective with death, even it's not really death for me, it's just a transition. But meanwhile, we leave behind the people that right now we are connected to. I think we should think about that. That's all I can say. And I think if we can look at this in this perspective, we're going to live like better people. We're not going to get mad anymore at things that really make no sense sometimes. Why should we get mad? Why? For what reason? Yeah, of course, sometimes you need to get mad, okay? But at the end of the day, that's what I'm saying. Put everything in perspective. So, Tyrsen, I'll see you again, my friend, and we're going to shoot rifle together, by the way. And this time, it's not going to be Trudeau going around or permits and crap and stuff like that. We're going to shoot free, okay? Maybe we're going to have better than rifles. We're going to have some other weapons. Who knows? The point is no more permits. We have rights in this life and in the other life. So that's my point. That's my point. Now, I should probably take a break. I should tell you probably about the book. How's it doing? Perfectly crazy. About the new songs I'm working on. I don't know. But I feel for a moment today, I would like just stop it here. I don't want to talk about the things. Because I think right now, I want to leave a message. The most important message is what I just told you before. Don't be an arrogant. Don't think that you're going to be here forever. Never forget we are human beings. And the time we've been given, it's limited. I'm not preaching. No, I'm not trying to tell you to convert, to do anything. Do what you want. But just be nice. Just remember that you're not going to be here forever. Don't waste your time. Appreciate every second you have. And be nice to each other. Doesn't mean that you need to be a sheep. Doesn't mean that you need to have always, turn the other cheek. No way. Somebody is an ass with you, do what you have to do, defend yourself and stand up for your rights. But at the same time, be nice whenever you can. That's all I'm saying. So I may play a song just to just, I don't know, honor Tyrsen. By the way, the new Scadi commercial, it is almost finished. I will dedicate it in honor and memory of my friend Tyrsen. And I need to learn how to pronounce his name. The first name I got it. I'm bad with last names, I'm sorry. Tyrrsen.Jaeck MagUidhir. Hopefully I got it right. Anyway, I will write it right. It will be in the credits of my commercial and also of the short movie Scadi. Because without him, Scadi would never have existed. You're listening to Love, Guns and Freedom. We look at Zanna. We'll play now a little song in honor of Tyrsen. And then we finish up. Do not go away. Okay, that was a song of one of my favorite new singers, Merker. I think I pronounced it right, from Denmark. I know Tyrrsen like this type of music, and I like it too, honestly. You know, I may be born in Rome, I may be speaking another language, or at least, another accent. Now we speak English, body English, or at least we used to speak body English. But the idea, we are not that different at the end. We are human beings. And when we have the same values in common, at that point, I call you brother, I call you sister. That's all I care. That's it. And it's beautiful. This is, for me, one of the most beautiful experiences, to find each other in this life and to share time, to share this fight, this struggle against evil, to try to do our duty as human beings, free human beings. That's what really makes us together unique. At the same time, we have things in common. So that's all I want to say. Enough said about that. I want to remind you, the show is here because of your help. I need your help. I know you've been listening, some of you for probably since the beginning. And you understand what it means when you are on the show, when we do the show. I try to create a show and I can talk about things that normally no other radio stations allowed to talk, especially when you're commercial. Topics like what I touch, they're really hard to sell sometimes. Sponsors don't want to talk about this. Guess what? We can support K-Talks and support any other station who will broadcast this show. And also please support my effort. You can help me just with 99 cents. You can go to www.zanna.us, download any of my songs, and now you can see at zanna.us there is also the link of my new book, my erotic poems book, Perfectly Crazy. 69 erotic poems and love visions by Gianluca Zanna for just $4.99. Yes, you can enjoy things like that. People say, we have so many problems in life. Should we talk about erotic poems? That's exactly what we need to preserve, is our humanity. Otherwise, it makes no sense. Yes, in the morning you want to wake up and do what you have to do as a man or as a woman. Stand up for what is right. By night, get together with your friends, get together with your family, enjoy life. Be nice, love each other. Drink meat. By the way, I'm getting now a trade. I had a trade with a Facebook friend of mine. She's a nice lady from North Carolina. She used to be in Hawaii. She's really like a Viking. I mean, she goes out and she kills wild pigs with a knife. Wow. And she shoots guns better than many men I know. And she makes meat. Wow. She brews this meat. That sounds great. So hopefully I know we have a trade going on. Some Zanna coffee with some meat. That would be great. I already know we got a deal. So anyway, talking about Zanna coffee, I appreciate your help. If you can support the show also, that's another way. Go to www.zannacoffee.com. Next Sunday, who knows if I'm going to be around. Seriously. I always like to say, yeah, talk to you next Sunday. Really. You are really so sure and confident that, and almost arrogant. Only if we were arrogant, we would say, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll try my best. Trust me, I want to be around for a while. I still have a lot of things to do. My mission is not over here. Like I know yours is not over. We're here. If you listen to the show, you're not just a regular guy. Trust me. Something's wrong. You want to try to find the fix. And that's why probably we are connecting. Maybe you hate me. That's fine. Still, there is a reason why you listen to me. So I say, if you're listening to each other, I think we have a little connection here. And I really appreciate you. I appreciate your time. And if you send me input or help to create a show, I appreciate it. I need it. Hey, look, I have a new guest. What do you think about that? Great. Or look, maybe you can do this better. Maybe you can improve that. I'm listening. I know sometimes I'm trying a little, overwhelmed and say, excuse me. But, at the end of the day, I appreciate your help and your input. All right, that's enough. God's willing, I will talk to you next Sunday. Meanwhile, have a great week. You're listening, or you've been listening to Love, Guns, and Freedom with Luca Zanna on K-Talks 1340 AM in our United States .fm network. Please, if you want to hear and listen to the rebroadcast of the show, go to www.lovegunsfreedom.com. Ciao.